offer daily jury specials to reward civic duty. Enjoy our full-service restaurant and fully stocked bar. Dine in, pick up, delivery, and catering. Our themed happy hours feature live music, handcrafted drinks, and weekly specials. Book your private event at hoodfellowsbistrocatering.com.
Ooh. Oh, wait. Hello.
Hey.
Listen. I don't know what was going on. Stop playing. Hello, everyone. I'm see my head chopped off a little bit. There I am. Hi, everyone. I'm Monica. And today I am joined by the light-skinned guy. If you've been here before, you may know him as Diamond K. Put your arms down, sir. You want to be Popeye the Sailor Man.
He is I and I am him.
I'm not even going to get started with that. It's been a minute. We've been on a little slight break. But I'll get into that after I give all the basic things. You can follow the radio show at Swap Radio on all social media platforms. That will be TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Is it Twitter or is they calling it really X? Like
usually they're saying the application formerly known as Twitter.
Man, it's Twitter.
Yeah, just to call it Twitter too.
Threads.
Do you like Threads?
I rarely get on there from the radio show page.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get with it on my personal page. So, like, I don't know. I can't say I like it or not. I'm trying to get more active with the social media anyway.
Yeah.
I do a lot, because I'm also an event planner and decorator, as well as a grandmother. And that little girl takes a lot of my time. But anyway, you can follow my personal page, Monica WLS and the number 2 on Instagram and TikTok. Not Facebook. So, and of course, he's the Diamond K Show on everything. He's here. Hopefully, he keeps his radio voice away. I know he likes
to keep it away.
I mean, his DJ voice.
Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
See how bright he is. Anyway, hi Diamond K.
How's it going? A lot of interesting things to unpack here today.
It's going.
Okay.
Yeah, so the last time I was on, we had Tony and I had death in his family and our family. And it was a little hard for me. So I needed a little mental break from the show. Doing the show. And now I'm back. And with the way things go, our times will be changing. Correct, Diamond K? You wouldn't
for
the show.
The time for
not the show. Time. The time will be the same.
When you do a live show is going to change. When you do a live show is what's changing.
Okay, well, you want to share it then?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the easiest way to say it is we're going to be having live editions of Swap Radio every other Thursday.
Well, he said it. There it is. If you would like to be a part of that, you could just shoot an email to theswapradioshow@gmail.com, or you can send me an inbox or DM, whatever you guys like to call them. I get messages all the time. Nobody ever uses, well, they use the email when they want to be anonymous. But sure, you can continue to send your questions and other things to my social media or the radio show social media, although you guys tend to love my personal. That's why I have it, so I can interact with everyone that watches.
And they can also make donations.
Yes.
Via Cash App.
Listen, that is very important. I never even mentioned it. However, you can make a donation to Monica WLS. I'm always going to be WLS. And let me answer this because someone asked me about that. So WLS stands for Women Love Sports. It's normally a 2 on the end, but I don't know what happened. I couldn't use it on there, but WLS on the number 2 because women love sports too. I am heavily into sports. I just think that at this moment, I should be speaking on everything else that is going on. I was asked about politics. I don't like to talk politics on here because then I have to go back and forth with Diamond K. And, you know, I'm not a political woman. I'm just not. No, I will speak about it like friend to friend, or like Diamond K and myself. We've talked about it off air, but no, I have other controversial things I'll speak on. Someone is not gonna like my opinion tonight, and that's okay. That's okay, cause I'm gonna sleep good. I'm sorry, I was trying to find my quote. I lost it. However, I will say this, and maybe not a quote, maybe like a statement, I think. But so many people walk around and their thoughts are, oh, he don't like me, she don't like me. I don't know why they don't like me. That's not your problem. It's their problem that they don't like you. Let them live in it. Like, I don't know. I could make a list of people that may not like me. But the list of people that love me outweighs that list of people that may not like me. And it could be something crazy because I notice these females nowadays, you guys are not liking somebody because your friend don't like them. He never did anything to you. But, oh, I don't like her because my homegirl don't like her. Oh, well. I'm not that chick, that woman, that lady. Yeah, I don't do that. So, stop worrying about why people don't like you. I will say what we used to hear as children. People didn't like Jesus. But I'm not going to say that because it's petty. I kind of just want to jump right on into the topics. Diamond K, how you feel about it?
Yep, it's all good.
Oh, it is. It's all good. So, look at this guy. Welcome to the party, Tony.
What's up? How you? Diamond K, how
Good.
you?
How are you?
What's going on?
Hey, somebody sent a message asking, was your real name Anthony?
Why do you need to know that?
Because your name Tony. So, you know, they call people's name Anthony Tony.
Because they try and case search me. Well, you ain't going to find me.
Oh, my God.
They try and case search me. Hold up. They ain't going to find me.
Diamond K, is that what you got from that?
No.
Oh, okay.
Why do you need to know what my name is then if they ain't trying to look me up?
Well,
yes, if they must know my name is Anthony.
It's a small talk. You know what I mean?
What is Bill Clinton's real first name?
William.
Duh. Yeah. There are nicknames for certain names, so they just want to know if your name was Anthony.
Yes, it's Anthony.
No, it's not, liar.
That's where Tony comes from.
It might come from there, but your name is Tony.
If they wanted to be Anthony, it could be Anthony.
See, there you go. Want to be a liar. Liar, liar. Pants on fire. Yeah, I was going there. Because you're crazy. Get people your social media so I can get to my first story. Because your ass is crazy.
Oh, my name is Tony Burgle on all social media platforms except the other one, Instagram is one driving mofo. But I'm still Tony Burger.
Oh, okay. So with that being said, we were headed down into our topics for today. We're really just gonna get into the topic of the youth, Baltimore City. There's so much going on. A lot of them are still in cars.
Oh, indeed.
Huh?
I said, oh, indeed.
Yeah, it's just I don't know where people want to. I mean, I don't know, point the finger. They want to point the finger, but I feel like the word accountability is used. Like we have parents not parenting, you know, parents sleeping to the children's levels, and there's just so much going on. However, what we're going to start with, because we've been gone for a little bit, and now we back, okay? We are back. And with that being said, the thing is the squeegee boy. I have to go there. I know I wasn't. I don't understand the mess as far as like, you know, how I'm gonna say it. Now I haven't seen a lot of squeegee kids. I know the last time we talked about this, I had people acting crazy in my inbox, wanting to be extra. And I still stand where I stand. So for those who may not know, back in July 22, there was an incident where we still don't know the full story. Let me say that first. But there was an incident where some squeegee workers, kids, whatever, they apparently some Timothy Reynolds, the victim, believe they did something. Maybe they hit his car. I don't know exactly what it was that he did, but he decided to spin the block. He said, "I'm coming back around after this." Okay, he came back around, got out the car, swinging the bat, just swinging the bat. And for whatever reason, oh, glasses. Anyway, so whatever reason.
Yeah, I got wear them to see these little words.
Oh my. So for whatever reason, the suspect, Tavon Scott, went over to a book bag, grabbed the book bag, and decided to bust off on Mr. Reynolds. Okay. So the discrepancy or the back and forth with us was maybe he shouldn't have got out of his car. You know, like he could have just kept going. Why was he swinging the bat? What if he had hit them? So, you know, some was trying to see it as defense. Others was like it was overkill. Well, according to the judge, okay, he was convicted, and Tavon Scott is the suspect. He was convicted of manslaughter, and the judge decided to keep the case in adult court rather than transfer it to juvenile court. Now, he was 14 when the crime was committed, and he's now 16. So he was sentenced to 15 years, which I don't think he's going to do the entire 15, because it's more detailed, which I'm not really going to get into, but there's a little more details to it where it could lessen to like maybe like 5 to 7 or 5 to 9. It was something like that. I know it has to be an odd number from my previous conversations with, you know, people who are more knowledgeable about this, because I won't say that I am. However, I will say 15 years. The judge believes that, you know, he can, you know, get the help that he needs and, you know, re-enter society after, as she said, 15 years and be a decent young man. So do you guys agree with 15 years? Should it have been the max? Like, what do you think? Are you there, Tom? Or are you halfway here?
I'm still on the fence with everything about it. The jury has spoken. They said manslaughter, so it is what it is. Um, I think 15 years is reasonable. I mean, he's still a juvenile, so his time for a juvenile don't commute as it does for an adult.
He was charged as an adult.
Right. But with the new laws, I don't know how that plays a part, but their time is not commuted because even though he's still an adult, his time is commuted differently as a child. But I don't know how that all runs out.
He'll stay with the juvenile till 18 and then go to jail.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So do the 15 start at 18 or do it start now?
It started when he was locked up. I think they did it from time served.
So if that's the case, then they charging him 30, but I forgot how that shit calculate out. But anyway, nonetheless,
He got 30. I think it was like 30 years with 25 something. I know he had a part of it was suspended. That's how it got down to the 15.
Got you. All right. Yeah, I think 15 is decent for whatever it is because even when he come out, he still got that suspended sentence over his head, so that's gonna help him hold him to do right.
I just think it happened at 14, and it's time for him to be rehabilitated. You know what I mean? Like he don't have to have that same mentality when he reaches 30. It could change. I think people can change. Not all people do change, but I think it's possible. Diamond K popped on the screen, and if you guys have ever watched the show, he does not pop on the screen unless he has something to say.
Yes, yes. I hate everything about this story. I hate everything about this case. I think that ultimately the takeaway from this for me is it is so important who you get to represent you in court. The juvenile had a trash lawyer, and I do believe that he did that work pro bono. They did not present a good case. And so the reason why I say even though I have not passed the bar as of yet, would have presented a better case. I would have presented a better case than the defense attorney did. We have seen so many throughout the country. We have seen so many people in this situation beat this charge. And the reason why they beat the charge is because they had a good lawyer. Not just a lawyer, but a good lawyer with a good strategy.
Let me say this. He had what could be afforded.
No, I get that. I get
that.
But I'm just saying, let's just say the same. I mean, because if he had money, right, then maybe he would have been squeegeeing, right? But I'm just saying that.
That's not what I'm saying.
No, but I'm saying no. I mean, my thing is that a lawyer could have been obtained, but it wasn't, and they just some people just say a lawyer think a lawyer is a lawyer, and so.
All these people was like, "Oh, he shouldn't have got out the car. They wasn't gonna donate $5-10 to
a but I mean, I didn't see them asking for anything. We see a lot of people where they ask for money for somebody's fund, like they didn't try to crowdfund.
GoFundMe don't allow that.
Yeah, but there's other GoFundMe ain't the only. They the leader in the marketplace, but they're not the only crowdfunding vehicle. Is what I'm saying. I'm just saying. But regardless. I just think that it's unfortunate that this child committed this crime and was sentenced to 30 years or sentenced to 15 years rather. I think that's a disservice. I don't think that, because the thing is that with a better lawyer, he could have beat that charge.
That
Because
don't mean that
I think that you have a valid case of self-defense.
Hold on. Just because you have a good lawyer does not mean you're innocent. I've been saying this for a long time. I didn't think that the child should get 30 years.
Who?
I said I didn't think that he should get 30 years. Just like I know he's not going to do 15. As long as he don't get in trouble, I guess, while he's locked up. True. He won't do 15. However, he did shoot that man. So? Multiple times. You can say so.
No, this is why I say so. This is why I say so. The Reynolds has a reason why he came and did what he did, and the boy, the juvenile, has a reason why he did what he did. Right?
Well, how many times did this Trayvon shoot him? Tavon Scott.
Well, listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. So he's a child, and
with a gun.
He's a child, right? He's a child with a gun. And we're gonna talk about some other adults with guns. So the reasoning behind and the motivation of fear plays differently in different people, right? And so how you react just depends. Like, some people are trained, some people are not. Some people understand, stopping the perpetrator, and some people want to eliminate it, right? So depending on who you are and what your job is, if this is a police officer and he unloaded, you have people say, "Oh, police are trained to do. Police are trained to kill," and there's going to be no remorse for the person because police are trained to kill, right?
Two things.
Citizens, when we turn to actual citizens, the expectation is usually different. Now let's turn it to a child. They're not even fully mentally developed, right?
Two things.
Hey, whatever. 14, I had a baby in my stomach. I'm not even trying to get it.
Two things, Diamond K. I'm gonna correct you on two things. Okay. One, police are not trained to kill. They're trained to shoot until the threat is neutralized. That's how people are trained. That has any legally obtained person that has a legal gun, legal permit to carry. You're trained to shoot to the threat is neutralized.
Let's define neutralize.
Hold up. No, it does not. But hold that thought, because that takes me to my second point. I don't have a problem with the juvenile shooting the man.
Me either.
My problem comes when,
I don't have a problem with him shooting him either. It's the amount of times that he shot him.
That's where my problem come in. My problem come in where the threat was neutralized and he continued to shoot him. One,
everybody on this
and call, two, after he shot him. Hold on, Diamond K.
Hold on. You going too far. Everybody on here has tried to come before, right? Now, so my thing is that when you pull the trigger, right? When you pull the trigger and it kicks back, he had to pull the trigger again. He made the motion several times. If you or Tony have to discharge a weapon because you're in fear, are you only pulling the trigger once?
No. You shoot till the threat is neutralized. But
so
you
what
have
are we talking about?
He shot him in the back.
Which is absolutely no.
Officers have we seen shoot kids in the back?
That ain't what we're talking about, though. We're talking about
and they were running away. It's no different.
When we talking about
listen, Diamond.
You gotta stop.
Diamond K, listen.
Why do we?
I'm telling you what the law to obtain.
The law used to be that people were enslaved. Laws can be wrong.
It used to be.
Listen. Diamond K, before we get too far gone, let me go back to my point. My problem is the amount of times he shot him and his defense. If he was in fear, if he was in fear after he shot him and he stayed at that location, this conversation is null and void because he'd have never been charged because he stayed after he discharged the weapon, even though he illegally possessed the weapon. That's where the fear thing was erased. Because they saying, how was he in fear when after he shot?
Why did he pull a gun if he wasn't in fear then?
He
Because
ran
a
back
lot
to
of
the book
kids
bag,
have
right?
guns today not to fight. A lot of kids today have guns because they're scared to get hit in their mouth. The
That's
guy
so
had a
fair.
bet.
That-
I'm not opposed to
can't
him
you use
having a
the word
gun.
scared. You use the word scared to fight and then saying that they're not in fear when you literally said they're scared. That's still fear.
No,
If
you
you're
trying to
scared,
flip this. You trying to flip this to win your argument.
I'm just saying,
You
literally.
is. You're arguing. You arguing to speak and not to listen. At the end of the day, the
How
young
old
man
was this firm?
illegally possessed a weapon and shot
I
a
think
guy
that
beyond the
he should have
neutralization
a
of the
gun
threat.
charge. I think that he should have a gun charge, and I think that this was self-defense.
And to your point about the neutralization, a police is taught to shoot until the person is disarmed or on the ground.
Now, what if the person's never was armed in the first place?
Now you're talking apples and oranges.
No, we're not. So me
So
saying
listen,
that
if the
police,
person is
so me
so
saying
the
that police have killed unarmed people and discharged clips. We seen in Georgia where they shot somebody 50 times and they beat the charge. So you telling me that
who beat the charge?
you telling me that this kid who
I called him a kid. He was a thug with a gun.
You telling me that this juvenile, he can't be in fear, and his fear and his reactions are critiqued more than the police.
Listen, let me say this, and then I'm done with this topic, right? And I just want you to hear me out. You talking about a police shooting in Georgia? Four things.
Anywhere.
Hold on. Just listen.
Any killing.
Just listen. You talking about a police shooting someone in Georgia? White and black. Police and civilian. That's all that needs to be said about that. The next thing is this.
What about Trayvon Martin?
George Zimmerman should be dead right with him. That's not on the hands of the hold on. That's not on the hands of the jury.
The defense that was used is very similar to what I'm talking about here. George Zimmerman was not a police officer.
If they have a stand your ground law or some bull crap is what they use.
Yes,
we don't have that here.
I'm saying that's what they used, and the attorney successfully argued that strategy. Warren Brown didn't argue there was no strategy. It was just a whole bunch of talking, and he didn't even present a good case.
So, question for you, Diamond K. How much of the Maryland gun laws do you know?
I know enough.
No.
I don't know
How much?
I know enough, and if I was arguing this case for the defense, I would have been prepared. Warren
Prepared for what? Prepared for what?
I would have sat down and come up with a strategy. So
you could have got that young man 30 years.
No, I would not.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this, Diamond K. I'm gonna tell you this.
Absolutely not. I would not have. Even if he had, I wouldn't definitely not have gotten no 30 years. No.
Warren Brown is not a trash lawyer, first of all.
Yeah.
Second, because he have gotten plenty of people off. Second of all, when you come to the gun laws,
when's the last time he won a case? Every case I see, he loses.
Because he's political now.
He's not on TV, right?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, okay.
He's political now, and he's not a lawyer. But listen to this. Maryland is not a stand your ground case, a state. It is not a self-defense state. Maryland says in order to defend yourself, you have to first try to retreat from the threat. That boy was outside. He could have easily turned and ran. So your argument of self-defense,
the part that's so crazy,
it doesn't matter. He's not a child when he had the wherewithal. You can stop saying a child. He's not a child when he had the wherewithal to get a gun.
Y'all acting like he's an adult.
Y'all acting like he's conceal a gun and to take a gun with him to downtown Baltimore.
But I would have presented. Here's the strategy here's the case. I'm gonna lay out my case. I would have laid a case out very similar to this to the jury, that my client comes from a poor family. There's not a lot of money. He's doing the best that he could do, and he took it upon himself to squeegee work to try to get up money. I would have presented that case, why he was out there squeegeeing. I would have then went into statistics on how dangerous the streets of Baltimore are and the fear that he had, and that's the reason why he had the gun.
Then you would have had a juror like
hold
me.
on.
That has 2 children.
Monica, can I present my case? Juror with the jean outfit on. Can I present my case?
No, we come with your light skin BS.
Monica, and you know what I would have did? You know what I would have done as a prosecutor? I would have said, first of all,
you can't say nothing.
No, as the prosecutor, I would have said, as the prosecutor, with your argument, I would have said he's a juvenile.
Yeah.
His parents is supposed to make the money. It's plenty of programs that he as a child can go to obtain money and help and food and clothing.
Mr. Prosecutor,
but you cut me off
Mama was on there
part.
supporting what the child was doing.
But
listen,
I would have built.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just debunking his theory. And then the second thing I would have said.
Let me finish.
The second thing I would have said.
Please let Attorney Diamond K finish. Come on,
let me finish. So he was on. So my client was on the corner squeegeeing. Now this is a dangerous job that he shouldn't have had to do, but he's less fortunate, and that's because of Reaganomics, and that's a whole nother story.
And he was evading taxes. He was avoiding paying taxes. That money on
you might get him on some tax evasion. But the main point, what brought us in this courtroom today, is that this man, and I would have pulled his background, I would have pulled up his history, his anger issues, the assaults that this guy has done, that ran across the lanes of traffic. Reynolds, that ran across the lanes of traffic with a baseball bat, trying to hurt my client and his associate.
They would have ate your ass up, Mr. Lawyer. I'm telling you. They would have ate your ass up. Because the first thing when you talk about Baltimore being dangerous, they would have brought up the crime statistics in downtown Baltimore.
Even if I lost the case, I would lose it. And some crazy.
You would have got that young man 50 years.
Can't get that. He got no damn years.
He'd have been in there for life. He'd have been
If we had more time, I would highlight so many stories across the country that are like this, where they.
Well, right now we're talking about little Tavon.
They didn't hire me. They didn't hire me.
This guy said
let this be a lesson to you all. Hire me.
Yeah, why you keep moving my mic?
You going down?
Why you keep moving my mic?
You got an echo. The echo's on your side.
No way.
On your side, mine.
No. See how the echo when we mute Tony echoes on?
Unmute yourself. I mean,
now
mute Tony.
The echo's gone.
Yeah, Tony, it's you.
The echo's back. The echo's gone.
Yeah, you might have
the DJ voice back. The echo's gone. Yeah. Tony's gone. He's back. He'll be back in a minute.
You make me sick. No, but really, the mother was condoning that match. She thought it was okay.
Yes. Well, hello, everyone.
Hey.
Hello. Welcome to the house party.
See, you got a little, I don't know. I missed what I missed.
But you know we talking about the story.
Yes, I know the family personally, so I.
Well, let me ask you a question. Since you know the family personally, why they get that lawyer?
I don't know why they got the lawyer.
Because Tony and Monica say that he is the best thing since sliced bread.
Nobody said that.
They said that he's winning cases on all you. Bitch.
Nobody said that. At the end of the day, if mom thought it was okay for him to be out there squeegee, dad clearly gets a disability check from what I see. So they didn't have any money to give him a good attorney.
Right.
And they didn't go seek out Warren Brown. Warren Brown volunteered his services.
Correct.
Because he's a political man.
Yeah, because I'm saying,
he just wants them high profile cases.
That's it. He's going political.
Right.
Yeah.
But
maybe you should run for mayor.
I don't agree. Opinion is really quick.
I don't agree with it. Any of it. Like I said, and speaking from the mothers, speaking on what she said, you are the mother. It's no way as a mother you're going to sit and say, oh, my son was out there trying to make money to help with his siblings when you are able-bodied to go and work, but you just don't. So that's my take on it. But that just took me out when I heard her say that. He was out there to help take care of his siblings and this and that. That shouldn't be something that a mother should say, because that's not his job. You're the mother.
Right.
Your job is to take care of the house, the family, the children, or whatever. Not your 15 now 16-year-old child. No.
Right. He was 14 when the incident happened. Then he had a birthday. So
Right.
now he's 16. Yeah.
Right. It's just, and I don't know how true it is. I heard, so like I said, and dad was the one that turned him in, to get the money to help with the lawyer. So, so
I did hear that too, but I don't know if that's a rumor or untrue, but I
right,
could
that's what I
believe it.
said. Yeah,
I
I
mean,
didn't
honestly,
know.
if they didn't have any money, it was a smart move.
It
I'm
was a
just
small
saying.
move, but if
Yeah.
they didn't use the money for that, then
What was the money? Maybe the money was used. I don't know what the money was used for.
Right.
Let me shut up. Because I don't know them people. And even if I knew them, I wouldn't know them enough to be like, so what you use that reward money for, sir? Like, no.
I probably would.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
know. Because why you snitch on your son and you turn him in and for the reward money for the lawyer and don't use it for that?
Yeah.
I don't know. However, you guys, listen. I think it's just this is the, I don't want to say season, but the era maybe, that is just nothing but these juveniles. They just out here doing too much.
Yes.
Entirely too much, and they just get younger and younger.
And then they
And
have the parents,
part of the problem, part
the
of the
parents.
problem is, I'm sorry, part of the problem is because they have openly and publicly broadcasted that under 13 it can't be charged with a crime. So these kids, who everybody keeps saying their brain is not developed, has developed it enough to know how to steal a fucking car and crash it into buildings on purpose, are doing what they want to do. I think that law is bogus.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get the child ain't fully developed and all that. I'm not taking nothing from that, but I
Oh,
just
he's
feel like
developed enough to know fucking right from wrong.
Wrong.
We're not gonna keep doing
exactly,
that.
And
exactly.
I
We're
agree
not gonna
with
keep
that
doing
too,
that.
Tony. And then you got to think it's also the adults out here, the ones, these OGs, I'ma say, that's still out here. Oh, hey, I'ma just go ahead and get one of these kids to do the work, pay them a little something, something. They out here hungry for money. Give them a little pill, give them a little drink, get them some sneakers, whatever, and
Go
they keep
deliver
on
this package real quick.
doing. Yeah. Yep.
Tony, the one with the echo. Well, I just see his lips moving.
Yep.
I don't even know
We
what
can't
Tony
hear you.
said.
We can't hear you.
He keep muting my mic.
Because you keep echoing.
I don't know how my phone keep echoing when it wasn't echoing before Shane Neck got in here.
Oh my God, don't try to play her.
Let me see if I got my headphones with
I
me.
mean, it's not echoing right now.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was him. I don't know. However, since we just gonna strictly stay on these children, these the people y'all know. So y'all know we're gonna move right on over to the shooting at Carver High School. Okay. Baltimore City. Let me say that. Baltimore City. So 2 parents have been charged after police said they were caught on camera assaulting a juvenile victim. Yes, y'all hear my dog here, about to go out. Anyway, so the way I read it and the way that I get it from people that attend the school, the boy had an ongoing issue with somebody. They were messing with him, allegedly. So I don't know. The parents went to the school to make sure he didn't get banked or something. I don't know. However, William was Dredden and Tiffany Harrison have been charged with first degree assault, conspiracy, and handgun violations in connection to the shooting. So I guess they banked them together, and then their son pistol whipped them. Okay, that's something right there. However, it says that the 15-year-old suspect pistol whipped an unknown juvenile. As the assault suspect fled from the assault, he got into an argument with another 15-year-old boy. They both pulled out handguns and began shooting. Now, so they both was prepared because they already knew what was up. They probably did this through Facebook, but both teams and a 16-year-old was shot. Somebody that had nothing to do with this particular incident. It says that the parents told police their son claimed he was being followed by a black SUV with 3 people wearing a ski mask. Dredden, which was, I guess, is the father, said he found his son lying on the floor inside the school with a gunshot wound. The parents took their son to a house on Bradish Avenue. So they left after he was shot. Anyway, at the end of the day, parents need to be parents. Getting into it like that was a bit too much. And your son had a gun. Did y'all give him the gun? Or did he just happen to have the gun? Sounds a little shaky to me.
So I'm going to tell you the alleged story that was told to me.
Oh, you're going to give me some hearsay. Let's go.
By the relative of my
daughter. Don't say who. Just by your source.
Well, it was a long drawn out person, but no, this is what they told me. And I kind of believe the story, but this is what the story was. So apparently the young man that got pistol whipped and 2 kids, one of the ones that got shot and a homeboy is friends with another kid who was supposedly bullying the kid that came with his parents. So the parents came, they couldn't find the one they wanted. They seen him, they jumped him, banked him, and he pistol whipped them all simultaneously. When they're leaving away from that situation, the parents allegedly were supposed to have gotten in the car. The kid was going to school with the handgun. He's seen the other 2 kids from that same clique. They get the yakking words back and forth. He pulled his gun, he pulled his gun, they shoot each other. The kid picks up the gun. Another kid that didn't get shot, that was with the boy that did get shoot, picks up the gun and runs away.
Did get shoot?
It's confusing, but
Tony,
yeah.
You know the other person that got shot had nothing to do with this?
No. 2 of the ones that got shot was shooting each other.
Okay, but the other person that got shot had nothing to do with it.
No, he's not involved with it because he wasn't the one. The kid that ran away with the gun was the second kid that was with the first kid that got shot. Listen. The 3 kids that got shot. Listen, the 3 that got shot, one of them had nothing to do with it. He's not included in the story. One of the 2 that shot each other, the one kid was the one that pistol whipped the first boy. The other one was the friend. The friend came with another guy that was with him that did not get shot. When them 2 shot each other, the one that did not get shot picked the gun up and ran away.
You think you explaining something to me? You only saying what the news people said. Listen to me.
I don't watch the news, so I don't know what they said.
I know, but you shared it in the Baltimore Crime and Homicide group. Listen.
What I said? You keep saying I'm sharing something in there. I don't be on there.
Tony, stop. Listen to me. What you just said is what I said, except you added the part about the person picking up the gun. I didn't mention that. I didn't. However, I'm saying, yes, the 2 15-year-olds pulled out the guns like they was in a Western or something, shooting at each other, shot each other. It was someone else, an innocent bystander that got shot. They had nothing to do with this. So now we have 3 people that are shot, 1 person that stole a gun. Isn't that
But
what you're
but what I'm saying is the original person they was looking for is not even involved in the whole situation. They went and attacked the friends of the original person who was the bully. The original bully is not even involved in the whole situation.
saying? That person that wasn't there won't have net charge.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about, I mean, listen to what I'm saying. We're discussing the situation at hand. So what you just gave us was some hearsay, right? So it almost sound like, I don't know if these people know who, one of the criminals, one of the juveniles that had the guns, or they know the effed up parents. I don't know who they know in the situation. All I know is these parents need to stay behind bars because they don't know how to raise their child because they want to stoop to the same level. They sound like Candy when she said, if they go low, I go lower. They just went lower. We gonna bank him. I don't know, maybe he was beating up their son and they said, well, we're gonna jump in it. Instead of breaking it up, we're gonna jump in it. So
Yeah, what I'm saying is that they did all of that, created all that chaos, and it wasn't even the person that they was originally looking for. That's what I'm saying, based on
allegedly.
That's what I said, based on
A
the
lot of times these little punk ass boys run together. They bully the same person. If I can pick with yo, if he can do it, I'm gonna pick with yo too. Yo, take his lunch money. I'm gonna take his lunch money too.
Ain't no beef with that. I'm not beefing with none of that.
He did something. He did something. I don't know if maybe the people you was talking to is the family member of the person that got beat up and pistol whipped. He did something. I don't believe he did absolutely nothing. Because if he was going to do something, it could have been more along the lines of, hey, y'all, come on, y'all, don't do that. So
now I don't know because there's a lot of people today that just like if they can't get you, they get the person close to you, and you might not be involved. That's just how.
Way forever.
But I'm saying it's more prevalent amongst our youth these days. Not saying that it hasn't always been that way. I'm just saying the youth these days, they're more prevalent on if I can't get him, I'm going to get his homeboy, his brother, his cousin.
Are we sure about that? Because I was just discussing that as far as crime go. Because people like to say, "Oh, it's worse now than it was back in the day." I don't think so. I don't think so. I think what it is, we have social media, so everybody. I see. Oh, that's what happened. Because I'm rarely in the house to see the 5 o'clock news, the 6 o'clock news. I see all that stuff on Facebook. I don't get to see the news. So because I'm on social media, I get to see what's going on. Even with the Citizen app, I get that notification. I think crime is just as bad. It's just being talked about more. Even with molestation, who thought all that stuff was going on? Now everybody want to sue the priests and this person and that person, and the deacon is gay and he's sleeping with all the young men in the church. That stuff wasn't out there like that. You wasn't getting on dial up AOL to see what was going on, because you see it now a lot, an awful lot. Being gay wasn't as in open as it is now. I can definitely agree to that, but that's not to say it wasn't happening. It's just that now we see it. We weren't able to see it before. We running out of time, and real fast, I want to bring up that the family of Aaliyah Gonzalez, which was killed in July at a Brooklyn home mass shooting, they decided to sue the city and the state for $150 million. I don't know where they're going to live afterwards, because I will say this: if you guys take the time to look at your pay stub, based on where you live, it's either going to say Baltimore County tax, Baltimore City tax. We are also footing the bill for these particular lawsuits. Now, when I say people not going to agree with this, with my opinion tonight, Diamond K, if you recall, I said that very early on. Why are we suing the city and the state? Let's tack on some more people. Let's sue the people that opened their doors to allow an extension cord for the DJ, for these people, that person, to hook their stuff up, to have this block party. From the last thing I saw was the permit wasn't even approved. So why would they have police there? Where I believe they dropped the ball, the police, is when people started calling, they didn't show up. And I think a major problem is because people are resigning. People are on desk duty. They don't have enough officers to hit the street. So when I think about it, and me being in public safety, I'm not okay with them sending 2 officers to where there's 500 people, 1,000 people. Not okay with that. I don't like the sound of that. I don't like the look of that. We have to think about sending 2, 3 officers into a large crowd like that. That is dangerous, almost suicide. Because it's clear that they're going to shoot police officers nowadays. It's clear that they would do that. So, I mean, 150 million is ridiculous. To be suing the city and the state, like, I don't know what you want them to do. They already don't have money. They're not paying the officers. They still recruit. Everybody is recruiting. Every police, I don't know what county is not in the state of Maryland. Everybody is recruiting all the way to the sheriff department, Baltimore City, Baltimore County, Anne Arundel County, PG County. They're all hiring. Nobody more for stuff like this. And there's a lot of things they can't do, and their hands are tied. So I don't know. I don't agree with
I don't know where you can put blame on the state for that incident, and there's very little blame you can put on the city.
Well, I think they're saying it because it happened in public housing. However, like I said, people out there were helping with this. Somebody had a U-Haul truck out there. Like, people opened their doors and they gladly said it. They opened their doors so that certain people could run their little stands and had food out and the DJ and all of that. So it's like, where were you when your child was down there at that block party at 12 something at night or morning, I should say? So they pointing fingers at the law enforcement and the city council person and this person and that person. How about the finger that's pointing back at you? Like, come on now. Come on, parents, take some accountability. Hold your children accountable. They know they shouldn't have been out like that. It was from, like I said, from my understanding, the permit was not approved. So what had happened every year? If it wasn't approved, then it wasn't approved. I don't know. I know some marching bands that didn't get approved for their permits, but like they regularly celebrate another year anniversary. They didn't get permits either. So I mean, I don't know. I really don't agree with suing, and then for that amount, you really
Where'd you go?
Cool. Tony, what are you talking about?
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you're not talking to me, but you on the talk show. Lord Jesus Christ. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this up. I just want to thank everyone for tuning in. Even if you agree or disagree with my opinion, I thank you for tuning in and listening. You can still comment and I'll still reply, whether it be here or on our social media at Swap Radio on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, or what is it, X, formerly known as Twitter. My personal page is Monica WL Lesson number 2, which is on Instagram and TikTok. Anthony Tony. Tony is Tony Berger on all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Tony Berger. They at the mall. When they coming back?
All right, mute yourself. And if you would like to be a guest or you have something to add to the show, be sure to send an email to theswapradioshow@gmail.com or just hit me up on one of the radio show pages or my personal page. Like, I'm Monica. I got you. It was nice returning. It has been lovely. I missed this a little bit, just a little bit. I like to debate a little bit with Diamond K and the other guy. As I said before, Tony was somewhere else.
Oh no, I was trying to pick up my daughter.
That's fine. Hold on now, because we're closing out the show. He talked about something I didn't do with the show. He was originally supposed to have a quote every week. He doesn't have it.
I got a quote.
No,
Stay humble, hustle hard.
I don't like that. I don't even like the shirt. Where you get the shirt? No, I'm just joking. Don't promote whoever you got.
I wasn't.
Thank you.
It's self-made.
That's what's up. So the last.
Here you
go. Before we get off here, it's weird. It's weird. A cousin had made a post and said, "Men settle where they find peace, not beauty." So, me personally, when I read this, I really wanted him to explain because I know you shared it, but I just want to know what men actually get from this statement. Men settle where they find peace, not beauty. So my question is, how come so many men are cheating? Is it because they settle with beauty? No, because he said men don't settle. They settle where they find beauty, where they find peace and not beauty. So my question is the peace gone when they start cheating? Or they cheating because they want that beauty part?
A little bit of both.
I'm just saying, I sit back and I watch and I pay attention to. I pay attention to other people's relationships. Not that I care, because I don't. It does absolutely nothing for me, as far as someone else's relationship. However, a lot of these MFs, see, I've gotten a lot better. There's a lot of these guys out here, they post their girlfriend, post their wife, and I'd be so tempted to post my inbox. Because stay the hell out of it. They out here posting them, but they still trying to get with somebody else. And that's not to say that they don't love the person that they're with. However, it is to say you settled or you was in love and that's why you with that person. Something to think about. Especially if you watch this and you one of those people in my inbox. I'm going to start opening my inbox up to the world to see. Get me some traction. So, and I said all that to say this. I'm gonna leave y'all with this little quote. It's not even really a quote. Y'all know I don't really mess with JB, but I scrolled. Y'all know who JB is, right? Oh, you doing the mannequin challenge? You know who JB is, right?
No.
The attention whore.
Oh.
Yeah. I was scrolling and I don't want to say his name, not on my show. But and he was, doing a sermon or whatever. And this really stuck out. It did. Because some people out here are desperate and they're looking for something. I'm not desperate. I'm not. I have options. Which is a good song that you can, let me not promote her. But then Options is a good song, but Options is also a good thing. Let me say that. So what he said is what I'm about to repeat. Because I feel like it worked for me. I am not looking for anyone to complete me. I am only looking for someone to compliment me. And then I added, hell, I'm not even looking. Because as I always say, it's the Bible says a man who findeth himself a wife finds a good thing. So I'm not looking. However, I want the man to compliment me and not complete me because I'm complete. Which goes into another quote. I can finance myself. I'm not looking for a man to finance me. I got this. You know what I'm saying? I know how to fall back and allow a man to be a man. But not everybody does. Basically. So, ladies, stop looking for a man to complete you. That's all I'm saying. That was the whole point of that. You should be looking for someone or waiting for someone that compliments you, not completely. So with that being said, remember to walk by faith, not by sight. Peace.
Looking for food that feeds your soul? Hoodfellas Bistro and Catering is your local African-American owned restaurant offering American cuisine. Located across from the courthouse, we offer daily jury specials to reward civic duty. Enjoy our full-service restaurant and fully stocked bar. Dine in, pick up, delivery, and catering. Our themed happy hours feature live music, handcrafted drinks, and weekly specials. Book your private event at hoodfellowsbistrocatering.com.
ONFIRE-TV is a streaming network for a generation on the move.